Good afternoon. Welcome to Gooner Matters, and I hope you will forgive me because I have not been live or posted a video for a very, very long time. That obviously is due to so many other things that I am busy with, but I just want to give you my view of the transfer, the preseason, and whatever is a Rodrygo, whatever else the talks are about. But nonetheless, as always, people, hit the like, press that like button there, the thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to Gooner Matters, please. I am on 328. I would love to get to 1,000 views, but I'm not going to be greedy. I will vie for 500 subscribers and take it step by step going forward. But yeah, that is how I do it. It's Gooner Matters. Subscribe to Gooner Matters, hit the like, and obviously, let's see where we can end up. So let's start. Also, you can leave your opinions in the comment section below, and obviously give me your opinions, because on Gooner Matters, your opinion matters. Right, let's get into it. So far, we had 2 games of preseason, one against AC Milan, and of course, yesterday we had Newcastle, and I think it's Thursday that we're playing the North London derby in Asia. And I'm seeing things that I like, and I'm also seeing things that I don't like. So Arteta started second string team per se, but his defense has been staying the same for the last 2 games. Raya in goal, Ben White on right back, Saliba on right centre back, Calafiori on left centre back, and Lewis Scully on left back. Then we had the first game, I think we had Norgard in number 6, Nwaneri in the left, right 8, and Rice in the left 8. We had Martinelli, and we had Saka, and we had Kai Havertz. That was our first game, and we beat AC Milan 1-0 on the 90. But we lost, I think, 5-4 or 6-4 or 6-5 on penalties, not knowing that the game is going to go into penalties. And then, of course, Odegaard came on second half, Trossard came on second half, Zubomendi came on second half, Timber came on second half, and Zinchenko and Kepa. Kivio as well, and the youngster, the defender. So also Marino. So the whole team was basically changed. And for what I've seen from the first team per se, very good stance, very good cohesion. There is obviously, that's your first preseason game. There is obviously so many things that you still need to sort of iron out. In preseason, for me, the result is not the ultimate. It's how you get to that result. It's how you get to that point of winning a game, because that is going to be like muscle memory going into the Premier League season. And of course, a lot of changes was made. Max Laumann came on as well. So there's so many positives to take from the first game as well. So AC Milan, I thought, looked a bit stagnant, or they weren't as quality going forward. However, they pressed, they did have some chances, they couldn't finish it. And Saliba just being Saliba, taking care of Rafael Leao. So yeah, I think, pardon me, there was so many positives to take from that game. There's also negatives. The fact that we too long on the ball, We're not making the right choices. It's still early, first game, so your intelligence is not so on par. And obviously, there's new players coming in, the youngsters that came in, Soliman, Max Dauman, another couple of youngsters that came in. So there's so many things that to consider in that. So I will take a lot of positives out of this and sort of make up my mind throughout the season on that. So yeah, so big ups to that first game. Max had a very good game. He had a brilliant pre-season Arsenal first team debut. He's not a scared youngster. He's a guy that wants the ball and he's confident to take on a player and confident to take on the pass that he sees there is a pass. And of course, the second game yesterday against Newcastle, Premier League rivals. So also again, the same back line. Only start was Zubamendi, and his former partner from Real Sociedad was Marino, Trossard, Nwaneri, Saka, and Havertz. Yes, what a player Zubamendi has shown to be for that game. He's strong in the first game as well. He's strong. He knows where the pitch are, where the pitch stops. He knows where to go and when to stop. He knows how to move back. He's very slow off the ball, but he's good with the ball. He's given a good couple of passes. He's given a good couple of defensive tackles, breakdowns, duels. He had, I think, a couple of breakthrough passes on the left and on the right. I think the penalty shot came from his pass to, not was Norgod's pass to Max Dauman. But Zubamendi for me, he's fitting in right there. And well, again, it's pre-season. But what I see, I think there's some technical abilities. He's a tactician. He's got so much to go for. A lot of Arsenal fans don't think he is, or maybe not a lot. There's a few Arsenal fans that I have seen that does not like him ahead of Partey. Partey is no longer with the club, and they say he's not better than Partey. Look, we have not seen him in an Arsenal team, so what you've seen in the past, maybe you base your opinion on that, which is fair. That is up to you. But you have not seen him in a competitive game in an Arsenal shirt. So yesterday's game was a bit more competitive because we know Newcastle and they know us. We play them twice in a season, if not more, because of the cup games. So yeah, I think Zubamendi was very strong against a Tonali and GOONER'S because they're very hardcore midfielders. And then when the team changed, Odegaard coming in, Martinelli coming in, Rice coming in, Max Dauman coming in, Kivior came in, and the youngsters came in, Kepa came in. I think the silly goal that we conceded, the second goal for Newcastle, is a very silly goal. The first goal for them was a beautiful work goal, first attack, and they scored. Beautiful. The goal from Jacob Murphy was a very soft goal, but simple. It should have been closed down. And I think that was the one mistake Zubamendi made, is not to be quick on that ball in that game. So he's going to make mistakes, and he's going to learn from them. But I think to find his feet now first in the pre-season. I think pre-season is very important for our team to be together. I'm hoping to see Noni Madueke. We're hoping to see Gyökeres. He was also unveiled yesterday in the pre-season for the Singaporean Singapore fans. And I'm hoping to see a Christian Mosquera as well. So then we can see all our new signings, which is Kepa. We've seen Zubamendi. We've seen what Norgard is doing. So the other three still need to come in, maybe against the Spurs game. They need to obviously get used to the training methods of Mikel and Gabriel Heinze and the rest of the coaching staff. So for this couple of days, I think Thursday, so it's today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and hopefully Thursday they will get a bit of a game time in the London derby. And yeah, for me, like I say, that preseason is very, very important, especially to get that team galvanized together, the strengths of certain players. The new guys must get used to our current team, and our current team needs to get used to our new signings. And it's six players. 6 players. Sorry, my battery is going. Just hold for me. Okay, there's it. So yeah, it's 6 players that we as a team have to get used to, and they, as players that came in, have to get used to the team and the methods and the tacticians. I mean, the tactics from the coaching staff, the strengths of our certain team players, and so that cohesion, that sort of marriage, that stuff still needs to get used to. Therefore, I think at this game, and then we've got another one game, and then it's the Emirates Cup. Pardon me, at the Emirates, and that's where all the players will be unveiled as a whole. And yeah, so that is the preseason, and I'm hoping to see good movement going forward in this preseason still, and I'm hoping that everybody that's there is going to get sufficient time, sufficient legs, sufficient minutes, and sufficient updates in and how they should think and how they should get the instructions over in their muscles. And that is, for me, the preseason. In the meantime, let's move on to the signings that we've made. And I've obviously mentioned on the people that we have got. As Martin Zubamendi was obviously done in January already, so all the things is said and done. So we knew that he's going to come, an Arsenal player, in summer. He went for 70 million euros. Kepa Arrizabalaga, he was for 5.8 million euros from Chelsea. He had a very good season last season at Bournemouth, and I think Bournemouth had two over us. They had 6 points in the Premier League over us last season, and I think he had a lot to do with that. Both games, it was a clean sheet for him. So yeah, big ups to him, and I think he has the ability to be a very good backup to David Raya, and in his mind, he wants to become the number one, which is still a long long journey for him, because I think Teta is set on David Raya being the number one for quite a while still, unless Kepa can play him out of his gloves. Then, of course, Christian Norgard. A lot of people has gunned this one down. I didn't think this is going to happen. I didn't see it coming. But for what I've seen he's done in the Premier League with Brentford under a very, very tactical manager of Frank, which is now gone, and being the manager and coach of Spurs, which we're playing on Thursday. It's going to be very good to see how he has come up and tried to transform Spurs in this time. So manager against former captain, that will be a very good sight to see. So yeah, I think 11.6 million euros is quite a good steal for a captain, a leader, 31-year-old Danish player, but very good on the ball, comfortable in the Premier League. He's comfortable in that number 6. He can also go up front, not up front, but he can also be go more advanced. And he's got a pass, and he scored goals from set pieces. And I think the first season they came into the Premier League a few years ago is where he, in fact, scored the winning goal against Arsenal in a set piece. So, and since then, he's been prolific for Brentford. And I think to have a squad player like that, that knows the Premier League, that knows the physicality, and that knows the opponents in the Premier League. So being in a better team, I'm not saying, maybe, obviously Arsenal is better than Brentford. Might not sometimes seem that way in the game, but we've ended up above them for many a season. And we've beaten them quite a few times in the last few seasons. So, pardon me. So he is a good addition in terms of a squad player for Arsenal, because we've got Zubomendi that can play there, and we've got Rice that can play there. And we also have a Merino that is not seen as a number 6, but he has played there before. Noni Madueke, a lot of Arsenal fans has gone over the line with this one. Without kicking a ball for Arsenal, people are judging him for being a bad player. What can the person do? He's a person, a human being, number 1. And number 2, before Chelsea, he has been a good player for PSV, Eindhoven. And I think that is the reason why Chelsea bought him. And I think a lot of players that are good in other teams or other leagues comes to Chelsea and they take very long to take off. Or they get demotivated because that squad is so big, and they've been changing managers for so many times. So it is bound to not go well for certain players. And I think for the amount, which is 55.4 million euros, it's probably too much. But if you look at the position he's playing as a winger, there's so many other wingers that is not even first choice or even second choice in very, very good teams, i.e. PSG, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, City, even Chelsea. There's wingers there that are not first choice, and yet they get sold for so many. Our wingers, in this case, Martinelli, Saka, Trossard, that is players that would start games or that would play a lot of minutes. Those are players that will probably cost us a bit, except for Trossard, because he's been, I think he's going to be 30 years old, or he's 30 years old already, or 31 or whatever. So that is the price range whereby you will probably get a young winger from a good team out there. So Noni Madueke was also a surprise, and I thought, well, I don't know what is happening here, but being an Arsenal fan, I might not agree with the signing, but is my opinion going to change the outcome? Probably not. But I can say for sure he has strengths that we have not seen under a different manager in a different team in England, only Chelsea. And there's so many things that we have said about Chelsea players coming to Arsenal, and most of them failed. Yes, most of them failed. I think Jorginho and Kai Havertz, the last two, for me, are still decent signings, and they're still performing well. And I think Madueke can be no different as well. Let's give him a chance and see how he fares with that. And of course, Christian Mosquera, that came from nowhere. None of us, or most of us, did not watch Valencia in the La Liga every week to be able to say, but this player has got quality. What we've seen on the snippets, the YouTube channel, bits and pieces of the player, that doesn't tell you the story. However, it can give you an idea as to how the player sets up, how strong he is on his feet, and how he is with the ball, what the technicalities he may possess. Those are the things that you can see But let's hope and see for a backup player as well as a young defender, 15 million euros for a defender as backup and coming in as backup for Saliba perhaps, and he can play the right back and he can play left centre back. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing that suggests we cannot wait and see how he will fare in various games. And of course, the big one was Victor Gyökeres will obviously mobilize us a bit more, give us a bit more stronger position in the goal front. A lot of people is against the Portuguese league scoring so many goals, and they're comparing him to a Darwin Núñez. Now, Darwin Núñez has not been a consistent performer in the Portuguese Liga. He has scored goals. I think the last season before he came to Liverpool, he scored a lot of goals, but was not consistently doing that season after season. Now, if you take Gyökeres, 65.76 million euros, including add-ons. In fact, no, that's excluding add-ons. Has been scoring goals at Brighton under 21. He scored goals at, well, not much goals at Swansea. Didn't score a lot there. Then he obviously went to Coventry, and that's where he really started knowing his trade. He's learned his trade at Coventry, where he scored quite a bit of goals. I think the one season scored 50, the other season he scored 19. So over the two seasonal competitions, 69 goals for a player of that quality. And then he went over to the Portuguese league. And as we all know, in so many games, 102, scored 97 in all comps. And that has been consistently done over 4 or 5 seasons, if not more. So for me, you can't compare him with a Darwin Núñez, because Darwin Núñez had a freak season perhaps in a Benfica team. But if you talk about Gyökeres, it's consistently. And I'm hoping that can bring that consistency into our team, scoring goals starting on Thursday against the Spurs. And if you are a person to believe in memory, muscle memory, and that is a proven fact that if you ride a bike, you learn to ride a bike. When you're old, you're young, you learn to ride a bike maybe 9 years old. And when you become 50, 70 years old, I'm sure you will not forget how to ride a bike, because that muscle memory, that sort of motion stays with you. And for a guy that scores goals for fun in the Portuguese league and has done it in the championship in England, that memory has stayed with him, how to score goals. And he has done it in Portuguese, done it in England, in the championship, but also he has done it in UEFA Champions League. And as we know, he scored 4 goals against Man City. At that time, they were the champions. He tried against Arsenal, but he had chances. So given a chance in the Premier League to score goals, once he scored his first goal in the Premier League, he will want to go for more, because then that memory comes back. That memory comes back. And when you score a goal as a player, and I've played football, not professionally, but I've played football, and when I scored goals, you tend to score goals thereafter, because now you are confident. Now, and you train hard, you train well, your memory comes back to you. It's like you had amnesia. Now you score your first goal. Oh, that seems familiar. That seems familiar. That seems familiar. The runs he makes, that seems familiar. The balls that he gets from either side, from Saka, Martinelli, or Trossard, or even from Rice's corners or free kicks, from Odegaard, from whoever, even from David Raya, from Gabriel, or wherever. At Brighton, Ben White and he played together, and there was a game that Ben White sort of gave him a ball from the back, and he went and scored. So those are the things that comes back to you as a memory. And those are the things that you want to obviously continue going and going and going. And I'm sure when he gets opportunities that we have missed over the last season or two, he will probably take them and put them away. So yeah, I'm confident in him scoring goals, and I'm confident in him be able to help us get us in favorable positions. So Eberechi Eze, is he going to come to Arsenal, or is he going to stay at Palace, or is he going to go to wherever? So in my mind, I think he's coming to Arsenal. And we have to give a lot of praise and thoughts to Andreas Berta in terms of how he dealt with the season. Also, just to remind you, hit the like. Please, goodness, hit the like. Subscribe to the channel, and also share the channel that we can grow and grow and grow. So yeah, Andrea Berta obviously has come in and has done so much more than Edu has done in the last few years that has been there. Edu has brought in good players, but also Edu did not have the expertise that Berta has. And also, I think Berta is more experienced and also knows the more people that he has networked with over the years that has been in the business. So I think Eze is coming to Arsenal, and I think the 68 million euro, the 68 million release clause is probably going to be in parts terms, whatever. And it's just to come to a situation where they can agree upon the terms, and then Eze is going to be there. And then I'm hoping, and I would love for Rodrygo to come in. Then possibly either Martinelli or Trossard can fund some of that money, because that is one player that I think would fit Arsenal quite good. And if the two of them comes in, then we had 8 players in this one season, and that would be a very, 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 very good transfer window. Currently, we have a good transfer window. I've given it the 8, in fact, the 7.5 yesterday on another channel. And now, if that comes in, I'll probably go up a bit more. But Eze coming in, 7 players, very good players, 3 Premier League proven players, and then we see where we go from here. I would love Arteta to go over the line this season, and if not, then I will be one of those to say that Arteta has to move on. But for now, I will back the manager. For now, I will back the players that he has brought in with the help, obviously, from Andreas Berta and the owners that has given him the money. And again, big ups to the owners. I mean, we can't always just be negative about them, but big ups to them that has obviously provided the funds for Berta and Arteta to get the people that they got, and also those that still to come. And yeah, I think that for me, it is a bit of information from the Gooners' view. And yeah, let's see what goes on from here on. Let's hope on Thursday night we have a good game against Spurs with the new players coming in. And of course, your opinion obviously matters to me and to the rest of the viewers. But do me a favor, please hit the like. The more likes I get, the more exposure we will get on this video. And of course, if you subscribe, you are helping me to get to my goal. For now on 500, but I'm vying for quite some more subscriptions. But let's call it there. Have your say, put your comments in the comment section below, and of course, leave your comments with context to the video. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Thanks for your input, and thanks for taking the time out to listen to my view, which is the Gooner's view. So thank you for watching Gooner Matters, because you know what? Your opinion matters. Cheers. Be blessed.